Hey, we're all looking to make sure our homes are nice and clean. On the outside, it takes an expert who knows what they're talking about. Something special, a new process has emerged these last few years. This is what they specialize in. Stay tuned for this one. Welcome everyone to the Your Little Castle Show. Yours truly, Carter Rethwish, Cardinal Cowboy. You guys see me running around the hat. We'll put the hat on at some point here during the show, but before we get started here, let's talk a little bit about who we've got in studio. Rubber Ducky Power Washing, your soft wash expert, Micah Frazier. Mike, he's the owner, founder, been doing this for about 12 years now.
About 11 years now.
Okay. 11 years now. There we go. You do have that up on the screen correctly. There we go. Thank you for that. RubberDuckyPowerWashing.net. I love his phone number, 636-775-0000. If you can't remember that one.
It's not hard to forget.
That's pretty easy, yeah. So, Carroll House Furniture, because you like nice things in your little castle. Now, if you've had a little castle here in the St. Louis area for the last 11 years, there's a decent chance you've had our experts here in studio, Micah and his team, cleaning what you have out there. We've got lots of great information out there for him. Gets lots of people that find out more about him at next door, so we decided to put that up on the wall too. And then that beautiful, look at that website. Doesn't it look cool with the TV wall behind us? Looks like I could just go out the window there. It's my neighbor across the street. No, but looks good. Good job on the website.
Thank you.
He's got a buddy in the marketing space that helped him with that. Why did you decide to get into the soft wash, the pressure washing, power washing business?
So that is actually a great question. So like a lot of other people, I found myself in a really tight situation. It was tight enough to where I basically had to walk away from my old life and kind of start a new life all over again. I'm sure you've heard a lot of people say, if I could only do it again.
If I could only do it again, right?
I would do X, Y, Z differently.
Right.
So basically I found myself in that type of a situation, and the first thing I had to figure out is what I was going to do for a living.
Right.
So I had two choices. I didn't really have a lot of options. I could either get back into sales, which I wasn't too excited about,
right,
or I could try my luck at starting a business again. I've tried in the past, didn't quite succeed.
Sure.
Fortunately, this did work out. Nevertheless, essentially what happened was a lot of personal crises crashed down on me at once, and I basically couldn't overcome it. So I had to start all over again, and I was thinking to myself, okay, so what would I do differently? Well, what would I do for a living? So basically I tried my luck at starting a business again. So I started researching small businesses. Nothing was really hitting, nothing was really feeling comfortable, and I was starting to get a little bit discouraged. And I don't know if you're a religious man, but I prayed about it, and believe it or not, about 4 days later, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I had this vision of this image, which was this logo that you see here today.
Right.
A lot of people may not believe that, but it happened. And so immediately, I knew this was an answer to my prayers. I called my mother. She's an artist. I said, hey, can you draw this image while it was fresh in my mind?
Yeah. She
drew the image for me, the duck and everything. And I had her draw it one more time to kind of critique it a little bit. Then once I got it to a certain point, I had my buddy who did my website, his company. One of his guys did some digital marketing and redrew it. And we critiqued that 3 or 4 times and got it as close as possible to what I envisioned that night. Ever since then, I've been chasing that vintage vision and pursuing this career in the soft washing industry, and I haven't looked back since.
There you go. Follow your passion, and you'll never work a day in your life, but it sounds like you've kind of nailed it here, and you enjoy greatly what you get to do now.
I do enjoy it very much.
Yeah, and I'm somebody definitely, there's no doubt in my mind there is a higher power. Somebody else will report to. We get into specifics sometime. Get a hold of me. I'll talk about it, but somebody who survived a coma, lucky to be here. God wasn't done with me. There's a plan. So I get this is where God directed me in helping small business owners produce something that looks great so they can keep up with those big guys who have $30,000 a month marketing budgets. I've worked with them, and $100,000 a month. Some of them were paying me back in the day for different things we manage. Some of them more than that, actually. Tell me though, what do you think has really led to your success?
So I think the biggest thing that has led to my success is I stopped trying to do things my way. Now,
Okay.
I seem to have a certain way I want to do things, and in the past, it never used to work out for me. Now, I'm just kind of led by God. I just trust where He's going to lead me, and everything has seemed to work out. Now, I'm not saying that I haven't run into some bumps in the road,
Sure.
but, those bumps in the road, if you just go through it and deal with those bumps and overcome them, it builds character and most of all, perseverance. Okay? What kind of character would you have if you've never survived a storm?
Well said.
So, with that being said, that's helped me to personally grow. It's helped to build up my character, and it has helped me to have a whole nother perception of this world, our life, and what our value is, and where it comes from.
Well said. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, you need to have a reason for being, and if you've got some passion there for something you really enjoy, then chase that drought. Like you said, this is a play on a yogiism. We have a little clip where we play a little bit from Yogi's granddaughter and son, but the yogiism, if there's a Y in the road, take it. In this case, if there's a bump in the road, take it. You're going to learn from it. If you haven't had any hurdles, as we talk about, one of our questions we'll get to is, what's one of the hurdles you've had to overcome as a business owner? If you haven't been through any hurdles, and you haven't been in business very long.
I would say experience. I had to research how to do the soft washing. I had to research what kind of equipment it required. I had to research what type of marketing, what my market was, the experience, the money. There's a lot of things that entail a business, and I wasn't that experienced in it. So I really, really did take a risk, and I basically just kind of took it day by day, and I went from being extremely nervous every single day, making a lot of mistakes, but I've learned from those mistakes, and now I'm pretty confident, and I'm not one to toot my own horn, but we are one of the highest rated companies in St. Charles and surrounding areas today.
There you go. And you get lots of great places that will give you those reviews to tell you about it. With 12 years of business in this,
Close to 12.
Close to 12. 11 years into their 12th year, because when they start in the middle of the year, that's how it adds up there. Maybe that's where my numbers are coming from. When did you feel like you really got to where you were really good at this?
I would say about 5 years.
Okay.
The first 3 years I struggled just to stay in business. There was a lot of different things I had to critique, as far as pricing and, how to get the jobs done quicker and more efficiently. Those are all things that I had to kind of get through in order for everything to kind of fit into place for me. So it did take about 5 years before I was really confident in what I was doing. And now it's just a walk in the park. Basically, I love what I do. Soft washing is a really great thing to get into. It's low maintenance, it's low risk, and it's very rewarding, and it's one of those instant gratification things. If you're washing an extremely dirty house,
Right.
the best thing in the world is when the homeowner comes out and seeing their reaction,
Yeah.
the before and after with the houses. It's priceless.
And tell me a little bit about this, because most of the companies have started their names with the word power washing or pressure washing, but you refer to soft washing a lot. And what the difference is there and why that's kind of taken over?
So that is a good question. Soft washing is a low pressure system that basically applies biodegradable and eco-friendly detergents and soaps on the surface of the house to not only clean the mold, mildew, and algae, but kill it deep down so that it doesn't come back right away. It virtually eliminates any damage that pressure washing would cause. When you're getting into pressure washing, you don't really want to pressure wash siding because you're going to damage it. It's not going to kill the mold deep down. I mean, if you do a load of laundry, you use soaps and detergents. You don't just use water, right?
Right.
So you're going to get a much longer, much cleaner outcome than if you were to pressure wash your house.
Makes sense right there. You do your laundry with laundry detergent, right? Soaps and cleaners that make it much more effective to get it clean. This is part of the strategy here. Common
Makes
sense,
sense.
everybody. Tell me about your team. Are you what they call a solopreneur? Do you have some people help you?
So yes, I am an owner operator. Okay. I only hire when I need help, which is usually in the months of March, April, May. Then we kind of start to slow down a little bit, and it's even. But with those months, we get overwhelmed with work, so I do have to take on helpers. But like I said, it's a day-to-day basis. It's not like a long-term hiring thing. I just kind of hire as I need.
Okay. And you've got a system in place now. You talked about the way people get a bid. It's automated too. Maybe we'll walk people through that.
Yes, we actually have the fastest, most accurate online estimates around. If you just hop on our website, rubberduckypowerwashing.net, for a free estimate. Our system is automated. Just input your info and you're guaranteed to get an online estimate within 24 hours. Typically it takes anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes and you'll have that estimate available for you.
Very cool. And yeah, people like to get information and know what they're going to have to pay to get the services done. And when they see the results that you provide, and they know what it costs. And it's different, I guess. It's estimated based on the size of the property and the size of the house? Or?
Yeah, we kind of flat rate everything. We have different categories as far as square footages, as far as cost. One stories start at $249. 2 stories do start at $299, and it goes up from there.
Yeah, it's very economical. You can buy a pressure washer, power wash yourself. Still won't be doing it right. Won't be using the right chemicals. Probably won't even be using chemicals at all. And
exactly.
You would spend more than that. I bought a pressure washer, and then it didn't work 6 months later.
It'll break down by the end of the job.
Yeah, and so it's just, plus you listen to what Micah was talking about. It took him 5 years to get good at this. So you're going to try to do it, and the first time you do it, you're going to do it right. It took him 5 years to really get good at this. That's what we're talking about. What about this fuels your passion? What about this? Your job here? What your work fuels your passion that you enjoy doing what you're doing here?
So, it's a good feeling, and it is honorable to play a part in helping to keep the community clean. But I think what fuels my passion from day to day is making people happy. Like I said, seeing the reaction on homeowners' faces,
right.
Seeing the shock on their faces, seeing that they're genuinely happy, earning their business, that is what fulfills me, and that's what keeps me going.
Well said, yes. We like to make our customers happy. Talk about your reviews. You've got a lot of people saying some great things about you. This is kind of impressive. I'm going to put this up on the wall for everybody, but if you can imagine having so many customers and after they're done, you've got 51 out of 51 has said 5.0. That's good. And if you scroll down here, you can see they go on and on and on. There's quite a bit of information, and you're giving feedback on every one of them. How does it make you feel to see so many people giving you such great reviews?
And then we have 230 on Nextdoor.
Okay, let's pull that up for everybody too. Why does that make you feel good? I mean,
so it helps with my confidence. It helps me know that I'm doing the right things and that I'm on the right track. If I check my website and, there's all these bad reviews, well, that is the market telling me I'm not doing something right. So as long as, it's been 11 years and we're still a 5-star company, it's easy to be a 5-star company in the beginning. It's very hard to maintain that for over a decade. So that is my goal, is to just maintain that 5-star review track record and keep making people happy and keep earning people's business.
Well said. There you have everybody. Somebody who's really their heart in the right place, doing the right things, and keeping that reputation and integrity at a high level. That's hard for a lot of people to do, yes, especially what you see here. So I'm certain there's been times when you had somebody had a question or something you had to go back and fix, but you always took care of the customer.
Lots of questions. We always answer the questions.
There you go. All right, everybody, stay tuned. More excitement with us in the community, and a little piece we do at Cheryl's why we do this thing and how this got started from my buddy Paul Brown. Used to work at ABC back in the day. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back here in a second. Here we are, everybody. The Rolling Westport Plaza, the big screen outside. Ozzie Smith was just here, signing autographs. Our buddy Ed Wheatley, who was just on the show. Here we go. There's Ed right there. Hey, Ed. There's Tracy, got his book. We're inside. This is where it all was happening just minutes ago. You can see here it is. There's Ozzy, got his picture right down here, you can see. And this is the Rawlings experience. We just took a bunch of pictures here, put a post up about it, but it's quite the establishment. And all the history of Rawlings sports, Rawlings gloves. They've got a batting cage up here. This is quite the establishment. If you're looking for anything to do with baseball, especially its finest in the field gloves. But check it out, there's your batting cage. And here's the whole layout. So we hope you check out Rawlings here. They have everything you can imagine you would ever need if you're interested in learning about baseball and want to get a baseball glove. Finest in the field, the Cardinal Cowboy. Stay tuned, everybody. It's Cardinal Cowboy. Giddy up.
His name is Carter Rethwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goal, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up.
So we're hearing all the time now why people need to be on our show. And it's pretty obvious. These days, the stats are proven, if you're going to get people's attention, you've got to get them with video. Google loves video. YouTube, obviously, is where you put your videos, and it's just a no-brainer. The problem is, until we kind of put together this whole format, there's no other way to get this kind of quality for the cost we put together. Because I'm a computer nerd, because I figured out how to automate, systematize, we've systematized this. Mom and Dad made me go to computer classes just in case the professional baseball career didn't work out. And so we started off doing 1 show, then 2 shows, then 3 shows, and then we had to jump to 5 shows a week just to fill the demand. Because here you get a professional video that looks dynamite, that'll let your business really showcase what they do, and you don't have to spend $10, $15, $20, $30,000 to do it. So if you'd like to be on the show, get a hold of us and understand these stats. When you're on a show like this, when you put this on your website, you're going to decrease your bounce rate by 34%. You're going to increase your close rate, your conversion rate, by up to 80%. We have clients tell us they get 25% more closed deals because of the show. They track this. They can speak to that. And you're going to just get an overall boom for your business. You've got to do video. If you don't do it through us, do it somewhere. Do it yourself. Do it, but do it professionally. Don't make your business look worse. Make your business look better. This video can be used for up to 7 years. We have clients, we did an interview with them 2020. It's 2026. They have made over $360,000 by using our video. They came back to do it again. So get a hold of us. Jump on here. Go to bigleagues.com
biggleagues.com. That's biggleagues.com. Or call us or text us right there, the phone number you see there. And we look forward to having you on our show. Stay tuned. Giddy up.
So there you have it, everybody. Lots of the fun we get to partake in the community. And Ozzie Smith, got his picture up here on the wall when we got a picture with him at a charity foundation fundraiser to fight cancer, another good cause. But as a numbers guy, as a baseball guy, as a computer nerd, I'd like to do a little cost analysis. And so, like I said, we mentioned this a little bit earlier, and let's go into it a little more in depth. But you can go to the local retailer, big box store, and buy yourself a pressure washer and try to do it yourself. Or the brother-in-law who has one already, and he can power it up and get going. What kind of mistake is somebody making by doing that? What potential risk are they putting their house in?
So what I always see a lot of times, if we're out washing a house, we'll see homeowners come out with their power washer. One of the things we see the most is when they go to start their power washer, by time we're finished soft washing the house, they're still trying to get it started.
Right.
So that's the first thing we notice. The second thing is you can very easily blow the siding right off the side of your house.
All right.
If your siding has oxidation, which is a chalky substance due to the UV rays of the sun, it kind of breaks down the surface of your siding. It's a chalky-like substance.
Yeah.
If you use too much pressure, you can tear that stuff right off the siding and damage it permanently, or you'll have to hire somebody like me to come and fix it. Another thing is, like you said, the whole cost effectiveness of it. You know, nowadays you're going to spend easily $300 or $400 on a power washer. The risk is going to be extremely high. It's going to be extremely labor intensive. It's going to take you all day. You're going to have to use ladders. And if you're not using the right type of biodegradable, eco-friendly chemicals, and you don't have the experience, you're going to have a lot of problems. And you're going to break off more than what you can chew. I've had homeowners tell me time and time again that they bought a power washer, and you can see where they've started to power wash and then immediately stopped. And they explain why they stopped, because it was much harder than they thought. Obviously, power washing, it seems like it's common sense, you know, just go out and power wash your house. But once you really get into it, you will start to learn very quickly that there's a lot more to it.
There's some expertise here, everybody. It's not something you can just walk out on the street and do. There are some little online courses and certifications, but nothing official. And so you got to watch out for the guys who say, yeah, I'm a power washer. See how much experience they've got. Do they bring a decade's worth of experience to the table like yourself? Because, like you said, 5 years just to learn what you were doing to get good at this. With that, tell me, why should somebody choose you? What is it you really think sets you apart?
So honestly, I think people should have the ability to choose who they want. What I would say is, if you're looking to hire a power washing company, at least make sure they have a website. Check to make sure they have a significant amount of social proof that's positive. Make sure that they're going to take the precautions and tape up your outlets. Make sure that they're going to protect your plants, and make sure that they are going to do the correct soft wash method. And most of all, make sure they are licensed and insured. We are all of the above, and we have the social proof to prove it. We've withstood the test of time. So if you go with us, you're guaranteed to have a very clean house and a very good experience.
Well, there you go, everybody. That kind of summarizes it nicely, because how often people just hire the first guy they see, and not always the best choice, because they don't have that experience and the proven track record, that social proof. Nextdoor's got so much about your business out there. I'm looking at it on the wall here. You guys really have it together. Like we talked about, there are no licensed certifications out there. What are some of the benefits of working with a small business owner like yourself? What do you think you really bring to the table, because you get to pay closer attention to your customers and what you're doing for them?
So nobody cares more than the owner. A lot of these companies, they're great companies, but they're hiring employees. They have a high turnover rate. You never know who you're going to get. The company itself might look great. It might have a good track record, but the person who actually comes out to your house to do the work and wash the house, he may have started last week. So with an owner-operator, like I said, nobody's going to care more about the customer and the quality of the service than the owner.
Well said.
That's
yeah.
the bottom line.
Yeah, that's true. When you own something, it is your own. That is your baby. They like to call that, right? And when your business is something that puts the food on the table, then you've got a lot that you're counting on, and so you've got to do the work to make sure that you are getting the results for your customers. And if you don't, you're not going to be in business very much longer.
That's very true.
Give me an estimate about how many homes you've done power washing, soft washing on.
Personally, I have washed thousands of homes in the last 11 years. So, and I would say about 75% of those homes I've washed myself. And a lot of those homes, they vary from just your typical 1,500 square foot ranch to your 6,000 square foot $1 million lake house. I can do it all myself. If I have a helper, that's great. But we did just purchase a new piece of equipment. We have a new soft wash rig. Everything's electric, including the hose reels. So that kind of eliminates my need for a helper.
Okay.
So it helps me be able to kind of attack the job all myself and do everything that I would typically do, rather than depend on somebody else, crossing my fingers that they do it right.
Yeah. What are the odds that somebody has anything close to the kind of equipment that you've got at your use?
So it's very difficult. When I first started, I invested about $1,500 into my wash rig. It lasted me about 9 years with a lot of maintenance.
All right.
My 9th year, I was fortunate enough to finally buy a $40,000 wash rig.
Wow.
And the difference is between night and day.
Yeah.
So it does take time. You have to build up your clientele, your repeat customers, your reputation, your social proof. All of that adds value, which in return equates to income that you can use to then upgrade your equipment. But it does take time.
There you say, everybody. Wow, $40,000 worth of equipment. You know you've got something there that you're obviously going a little bit above and beyond what anybody would ever do, especially on
I'm
their
very
own.
thankful.
And a lot of guys, they just wake up one day and they've got a pressure washer, and so now they can start washing houses and don't even know what soft wash is. I didn't know what soft wash was.
I didn't know what it was when I first started either, to be fair.
Okay. It has emerged here in the last, 7-10 years? It's kind of the way you do it now?
What's that?
Soft wash is the way you do it now? How long has it been
So
around?
soft wash has actually been around for a while. I would say probably 15, 20 years, but it just now started to become popular here in the Midwest about 10 years ago.
Okay.
I know in the East Coast, like in Florida, because of the humidity out there, the algae is a problem. So you have a lot of power washers in the East Coast. In the Midwest, it's not so bad as far as the algae, but it is enough to keep a lot of businesses busy. I mean, with all the vinyl siding, it's like, with all the neighborhoods going up, there's a lot of work out there and enough for everyone.
All right, in the process to get started again, go to the website, rubberduckypowerwashing.net, and you can see right here, click that little button and fill out the form, and within a few minutes, you'll be ready to go and follow up and schedule. Stay tuned, everybody. You're watching the Your Little Castle Show. Get in.